Okay folks, MBS here. Let's talk about Weber soft mounts, the side draft DCOEs and the Delordos and any other side draft carburetor. Okay, are you using a soft mount to fit them? If you are, then I'm going to show you a fair few things here of what not to do. Alright, now soft mounts, let's talk about just a little bit. What do? Well, they stop vibration a little bit from the engine to the carburetor, which in turn helps the carburetor out. The float's not jiggling around and the needle and seat isn't bouncing up and down. The fuel isn't aerating because it's bubbling around everywhere. That's basically the use of the soft mount, is to help the carburetor out a little bit, to stop all those little faults. So if you're not using a soft mount and you've got strange problems, fuel aerating, running lean, and you can't work out why, it might be just because you haven't got a soft mount fitted. You don't have to have one in all cases, all right? It's not a 100% guaranteed thing that you have to fit a soft mount, but it doesn't hurt. All right, if you fit one, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything, but it does scare a few people when these are fitted correctly. They go, oh no, that's not right, so they tighten them up. Yeah, and here is the result of them being too tight. Let's have a close look at all of these, and you'll see the problem. Now we've got a couple of different brands here. Okay, this is an old Warneford, but it is now a Redline make these, and this is a Lynx one where it has 4 O-rings, one on each side of that plate, and they use a different tightening method for those ones compared to the Redline and Warneford. And this one would probably share the same line as your Warneford, just 2 individual aluminium plates. And these are the O-rings that you can actually replace these with. I don't think you can buy them. If you're going to replace these O-rings, you'd probably have to make them yourself. Let's get on to this one first, shall we? The Redline one. It's just moulded rubber into aluminium sheet, separated. It would be virtually almost like that one, except it hasn't got the rubber joint, okay? Absolutely squashed the shit house, okay? That has been done way too tight, and it's evident by these washers, these little buffers. I think they call them buffers, buffer rubbers. Absolutely torn to pieces and shredded. And if you look at that bolt, that washer, it is absolutely deformed. Okay, it's supposed to be a flat little thing like that with a little curve on it to just encapsulate that rubber like so. So when it does spread and compress, it's contained by that little side hanging piece off the side of it. All right. So, and the one I just took off this mini manifold, squashed to the shit house. A soft mount is supposed to be soft, not hard. If you're going to do them up this tight, you may as well just use base gaskets and not use a soft mount at all. All of these would have been ineffective, absolutely ineffective, doing the job that they were created for. When these are fitted properly, I've got the instructions on my website, guys. If you actually want to read the instructions, I've got both of them up there. I've got the Redline one, okay, I got that out of the catalogue, and I've also got the other one, the Lynx one. I've got a PDF or a Word document that explains how to tighten all this up. But I'm going to go through it anyway, a little bit for you. So when you get these contacted, let's talk about the rubber buffer one first. You put your studs are all in, you put this on, you put your carby on, you put your rubber buffer on, you put this little cap on, and then you put your nut on and you start tightening them, okay? Now in the Redline catalogue, it tells you exactly how far you need to screw that up. Now they say 1.5 turns from when this all meets, okay? And it's square. So you do the nut up 1.5. I wouldn't do it up 1.5 turns. I'd do it in stages, diagonal. You go half a turn, half a turn, half a turn, half a turn, and then go 1, 1, 1, 1, then go 1.5, and that'll be your final setting. And they say to check the V in there, make sure that all of them are compressed the same amount. Okay, that's an easy one. That's not a problem. Okay, if we're using these ones here from Lynx, then they use this thing called a Thackeray washer. Hey, weird looking thing, isn't it? It's just a double coil spring washer. And they give you a measurement that once you contact the nut on that washer, that you compress it till there's around about 50 thou gap in between the coil. All right, and that's tight enough. And as a double check, and it would be the same with both of them, once you've got this all bolted up, you grab the carburetor and you should be able to move it up and down. Yeah, it should be able to be moved. If it's stiff, you've done everything up too tight. So what happens is when you're moving it up and down, the top washer will loosen, the bottom washer will loosen. If you're moving it up, this one will compress. And when you let go of it, this one will push the carby back and hold it level, and the bottom one will hold it level. And vice versa if you push it down. So that one there is pretty good. It's probably a little bit more flexible than the rubber buffers. And that's it, guys. There's nothing to fitting these things as long as you fit them right and don't negate the purpose they put there for. All right, you over tighten them, well, as I said, you may as well just fit base gaskets. If you're going to over tighten these things, you squash the absolute living daylights out of them. Yeah, they just become a solid gasket. All right, now when they're too loose, obviously you're going to get air sucking past the rubber seal, more than likely, so you would just nip them all up just a little bit, but not too much. Okay, just stick to the specifications on those instruction sheets, and that'll be fitted correctly. Yeah, all right, and nothing more I can say about it really. As you can see, the damage these have done from being over tight. All right, now I'm replacing this one with a solid on this occasion, because on this little fellow there's going to be a bracket mounted from the carburetor, and as soon as you mount a bracket there for an accelerator pedal or something like that, you need it to be tight so it doesn't move around. If I put soft seals on this, I could probably just rip that bracket right off because it won't be that tight. So we are basically forced to go solid gasket, and if that doesn't work for us, guess what? We'll be putting a soft kit on it and redesigning the accelerator linkage so that it's mounted off the manifold rather than off the carburetor. Easy as. All right, little side issue. So there you go, guys. Now this manifold that this carby's going on is actually already O-ringed for these seals. All right, so one side becomes flat, the other side becomes not so flat because it's already sitting in a groove, so it doesn't get compressed as much. I've never seen that before, that style, but yeah. So we're just going to put a flat gasket on that one because of that bracket. All right, guys, I think that should just about do it. Well, that was boring, wasn't it? Anyway, I hope for you novices that have never fitted one of these before, you take something away from that and look up my website. I'll put a link up in the corner for you to go straight to my Weber page on my website, and it'll have those instructions on there for you, as well as a whole stack of other stuff to do with Webers. All right, catch you in another video.